Hello everyone, my name is Ben. I'm a pastoral intern here at Hope, and I just want to bring you a little daily soul business here today. I had an interesting kind of conversation or just like thought that came from a conversation here just a few weeks back, and that's that there's beginning of the year, just a lot of stuff piling up with school, work, family stuff, and it just felt like a giant weight, and I felt like there's just so much, and I was running at 100 miles an hour and still was not running fast enough, and felt like I was underwater being drowned. And there's just a lot of stuff going on, and in that time I remember just thinking, all right, you know what? Self-care, right? That's something that we really hear a lot of in our culture today. It's really gotten into my brain, is like the importance of just taking care of yourself, right? That's a really important thing. But when I was having a conversation with a friend, we were kind of talking about just how to take care of yourself, how to care for yourself spiritually, or, just make sure you're being cared for spiritually. He heard me using this language of, you know what, I gotta take care of myself, or I probably should be spending more time with Jesus, right? Then I would find rest, or I know I should be doing this, or and he just heard me, like, to find rest, to take care of my soul. He heard from the outside looking in that it was more just me adding something onto my plate, like, right, to take care of myself, to be there for myself, I need to do this. And he heard that, and I didn't really think about it in those ways. And after just some time to just pause and let that sink in, he just kind of told me, you know what, like, I hear a lot of this, like, you got to do this, right? You got to do this. This is just one more thing you got to do. Like, taking care of yourself is just another thing to do. And he's like, what if instead it looked a little different? Instead of you needing to do another thing to make sure you're caring for yourself, what if you just let Jesus take care of you? Right? What would it look like if God just cared for you and you just let that happen instead of just adding something to your plate? And I don't know, this is just like almost weird to think about, because I'm like, that sounds incredible, but I don't fully even know what that looks like, right? I feel like just care for myself even seems like an additional thing to do, right? I gotta read this, I gotta do this, or take this day off even, or whatever, right? It's something that I have to do. But he's just like, man, what if you just let him do it? And it's just that clear verse, right? Jesus coming to his people, just saying, come to me, all of you who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. This is what he says, and learn from me, for I'm gentle and humble in heart, and you'll find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Just listen to those words. Like, he's just saying, come to me, right? Let me care for you. It's not all about you needing to just add things to your plate. It's just like, let me care for you. And a tangible way that my friend and I were talking about this is even just to do something as simple as light a candle and just put it in your house, put it in a workspace. And throughout the day, just continue, every time you look at that candle, or you have a prayer cross, or whatever it is, look at that thing and just let it be a reminder, oh yeah, God is here with me today, right? It's not just that I need to go and take 30 more minutes to do this, right? Some days our lives may allow for that, but sometimes it may just not, right? There's seasons of our lives that get really busy, and I think the last thing we want to do is turn caring, for ourselves into another task. And the alternative is actually to let God take care of us and just be reminded of his presence, that he hasn't left us, he hasn't forsaken us, and he never will. And that was something that I'm still continuing to learn, but that is growing me exponentially. And so I pray that blesses you. That's not just the message of go make sure you're caring for yourself, but also just make sure you're opening yourself to allow the Lord himself to take care of you. Man, if he even knows birds falling from the sky, like, right, a sparrow that's left, how much more will he be able to care for our own needs as well, for the needs of his children? And so I love you all, bless you, and I pray that this just like humbles you and just gives you such joy and just a sense of rest for your soul today. God bless.